Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's April 22nd, 2025. Pretty overcast today. It's supposed to get up, I think, in around 50 degrees today. Oh, here's some of the stone that we laid down here yesterday when they're leaving, so you can see what the stone looks like. Here's my foot alongside of it. So we got 4 or 5 inch down to some dust here, and this needs to be packed down, but this is in the driveway going back there, which was all muddy, and I'm not going to mess with it until tomorrow at least. You know, I really wish, there's times where I just hate all the wind, but today's a good day. We could stand some warmth and some wind to dry things out. Yesterday, and I gotta watch where I'm walking here, this is all still real soft and all. So what was I saying? So yesterday we had 6 loads of the limestone delivered, and the last 2, the truck got stuck down there, so I've got a pile down there I've got to work with, but I'm not going to mess with it until I can things dry up some. I'll just make more of a mess. I learned that over the years. So I'm not sure just what's going to happen today. I am going to go over and get a load of pallets. Yesterday, after I was done here, I went and got a load of free pallets, and I sorted through 5 piles and got 5 broken pallets that I brought home. So that didn't work out so well. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some pallets today. I need some good heavy-duty ones. The guy describing them as being heavy-duty. He's calling them black pallets. Now I've seen the blue pallets, and they're nice oak pallet, the ones that I've seen, and they hold up pretty darn well. And they use ring shank screws, ring shank nails in their nail guns when they put those together. So hopefully the black are even better than the blues are. So we'll see. What else was I going to say? Oh, so I'm a big fan of redundancy. So having a backup is I've learned over the years that even when you have a backup to something, you can lose that backup and your primary source of whatever it may be. And so when the roof collapsed, all 4 of my battery chargers, now I have battery menders and those cheap ones, they were in the shop too. I haven't even checked on those, but Optimus needs to be charged. And all, it's just about dead, the battery there. And so I have really good chargers, and this one didn't get banged, but it had all the snow and rain on it. It doesn't work anymore. And I've got 2 of those. Then I have 2 like this. None of them work. They had enough rain and snow in them, and I dried them off, you know, for weeks. All these things, I made sure that they were drained and dried up, brought inside where it was nice and warm and all. Sorry, I'm here in the wind here. And not one of the 4 work. So that's frustrating as all heck. So yesterday I had to order these, and fortunately I got this one overnight shipped to me so I can get Optimus charged. But when you have so many pieces of equipment and batteries and all, but one thing I've learned, I'm going to keep I'm never going to keep all 4 in the same building ever again. So just another lesson learned and all. So we'll see what ends up happening today. There is a wind that's kicking up now, which is really good. That'll help to dry things out. It's not good for videotaping things. I may take you along with me on a ride to go get the pallets. We'll see. I haven't been in Optimus in a while, and so we'll see what happens. I'm going to get the battery charged here on the Grand L6060. Well, I'm in Thor, the Tesla all-wheel drive Foundation Series Cybertruck, and it's in full self-driving. It is supervised, meaning that I've got to pay attention to what's going on. The camera that I'm using right now is just on my neck mount, like I do at different times, so I'm not sure just how well everything's going to show up. You can probably see down there, my feet aren't near the accelerator or the brake. I need to be ready just in case something is necessary. So so I'm headed now out to Liverpool, New York, to purchase some. I'll probably get 10 at a time of the pallets. I think that's what I can comfortably get in the back of the Cybertruck here. Strap them down. I mean, I could, if I took the rest of my gear off of the molly panels and all that, I could get 2 rows of them in, but I just soon get 1 row at this point and make a few different trips. Since all of my trailers are completely, you know, being utilized with everything on them at this point. So I did speak with Michael, the public adjuster who's overseeing, facilitating the case. He has the Andy, who is the structural person. He's the person who gives an estimate for rebuilding the building as it was. And then we have Kelsey, who is the person taking inventory of all of the things inside of the building that need to be accounted for. She was away on a working vacation last week, and I think Andy was as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get some a report from them about the estimated, what they believe is to rebuild the building the way that it was. And I know Kelsey has probably another few days worth of work going through all the inventory of the building that's still there now that the roof is completely off, and for the so it's slowing down beautifully by itself. You see, I'm not touching anything here, and so I'm pretty excited about the progress that we're making so far. Yesterday it's sort of a bummer. It started pouring and then it poured again and then poured again. So we had a halt bringing in the stone. Thea's going to pay off the people.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Oneida Street.
Thea's going to drop off the remainder, paying in full for the shipping containers. So these shipping containers are 4 40-foot shipping containers with 5 sets of double doors. So there's 4 sets of double doors on one side of them.
Now turn left onto Oneida Street.
And there's 1 set of double doors on the end of the shipping containers. So there's 4 of those doors. And so it's no longer an arrow, so we're waiting. Good job. We'll see. Now that I'm in this Cybertruck, man, I get the weirdest. Initially, when I had this Cybertruck out, when I was first driving around, you know, I'd get people that give me weird looks, but no one flipped me off or really started cussing me out before. But ever since Elon has been working with the Department of Government Efficiency, boy, I get people flipping me off.
In 500 feet, turn right onto South 2nd Street.
When I was picking, so that guy just screamed at me. Jesus. Oh,
now
Lord.
turn right onto South 2nd Street.
And this is a small little town. You wouldn't expect that you'd have this. But yesterday when I was out getting I'm sorry, just looking at the woman who's looking at me now. Yesterday when I was out picking up those damaged pallets, some guy pulled in while I was loading the pallets and started going off on me on how I better have a Toyota. So, you know, just what it is. I just smile and say, yep, thank you. Yep, this is what I love. What can you do? It's such a strange cultural system. You know, you can't turn right on red up here. I'm going to touch the accelerator. Okay, well, maybe because that person was standing ready for the crosswalk. Usually the truck will go ahead and do right on red, but it didn't that time. And maybe it was because of the person there waiting to go across the intersection. I don't know. Oh, anyways, so I don't know. It's always a surprise to me later on seeing what the perspective is when I put this, you know, the card from the camera in the computer to see just what you folks are seeing. But it's, yeah, I just love this truck. And there's a close-up, not a close-up, but there's the screen that we see. The map is up in the upper right-hand corner, the directions map where we're going and all. But it'll show all of the vehicles and the intersections and all. Just really nice. This is there, the camera on the tailgate of the truck, and this is the camera that the two cameras that I installed here for this system. And yeah, put this back to where it goes. I got my glasses on here, holding my camera in the wrong spot. So anyways, I really love full self-driving. It's I use this all the time now, and you see it just makes the lane changes, does everything. And I have it in chill mode, and this is 13.2.8. This is the version, the firmware version, and it just gets better and better all the time. Now we've had Thea's Model Y for several weeks now, and boy is that a beautiful car. And that has the latest firmware, you know, the computer system in it like this truck does. So Thea's almost completely reliant on the full self-driving now as well. You know, as we get older, having the ability to have the vehicle drive for you is, you can enjoy your drives much more. Now at this point, this is not full self-driving unsupervised. I'm still supervising, making sure that I'm keeping an eye on everything that's going on. There's a camera up here, just above the rear view mirror, that keeps an eye on where my eyes are looking. If I look away, it'll kick me out of full self-driving, or it'll warn me a couple of times first. So you're going to change lanes here? No? I thought you would. Yeah, but there's, yeah. Oh, he is changing. So, yeah, so Thea's Model Y is, compared to the 2020, so this is the 2026 that we just bought, and we sold the 2020 to Carvana, and Carvana is one of those, it's like a used car salesman that really has, is this person going to get over? What are you going to do here? I do have to keep an eye out for people that are going to cut you off and brake check you. I see that there's more of that occurring with a truck like this. Not everybody recognizes the Model Y as being a Tesla necessarily. Lots of people just aren't familiar with the Tesla vehicles. But I'm always on the lookout now if someone's going to do some road rage instance now. Just in case. There's a channel called Wham Bam Tesla Cam, and that shows lots of incidents where Teslas are involved in road rage events or involved in traffic accidents, you know, both with the fault of the driver of the Tesla or for the driver of some other vehicle as well. One of the things I would notice is in the new refreshed Model Y that Thea has, it's super quiet inside of it. Now this is the quietest truck I've ever been in, but her car is even more quiet now, and it's a more comfortable. I think this is absolutely a comfortable ride, but hers is a little more, I'd say, luxurious than the Cybertruck. This is my work truck. It hasn't been washed since the day I bought it. This is just the way that it looks. And what else was I going to say? But there's one thing that I don't like about the new refresh Model Y. I'm completely addicted to steer-by-wire now with this. I had to do an intervention when the one time that I was driving it, and for some reason there's an intersection in Fulton, New York, before we get to our place, where there's 2 lanes that are left-only lanes, and the right lane can go straight or go right. And when it's in the middle of the 2 lanes, it's supposed to go left only. But for some reason, the computer doesn't recognize that yet and wants to continue going straight and then merge to the right, which is inappropriate. So I had to intervene. Now, if I have to intervene with the Cybertruck, it's only this much with my hand. That'll make a full turn in an intersection. And so I was so used to driving the Cybertruck, I did that with this Model Y, and it was still going fairly straight. I had to turn the wheel like everyone had, you know, the way I used to have to drive. So that's one thing I really look forward to, is all the Teslas in the future having steer-by-wire. I mean, it's so effortless maneuvering. And with the rear wheels steering on this, it just makes the whole maneuverability with a truck this size so much better. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I'm just babbling on here. Don't even know if I'll post this, but you know, I figured while it's still a little bit cool this morning, and I called and spoke with. Are you going to get over? Good. So there's yep. So when there's vehicles alongside the road here in New York State, you're supposed to give them, you know, if you can, get over into the passing lane, so that there's less of a chance of an injury or an accident. So that's very good. Yeah, I gotta say, full self-driving, it's so it's very intuitive, the way that it anticipates how to maneuver around. It does it very safely. It does it smoothly. No jerkiness. You know, in the previous versions of full self-driving, you know, especially all the way up to version 11, there was jerkiness. You'd see the steering wheel make a little jerky, but everything's very smooth with it now, with the full self-driving 13.2.8. So yeah, you can just get used to this. You can look around some. Now, you do have to keep your eyes on the road, but it's more like being a passenger, almost. It does take a while for it to get over in these situations, instead of just diving over. If the traffic is more congested, it gets over quickly. But in situations like this, it's leaving plenty of room. And up here in the north, I gotta say, with our snow and salt on the roads, I appreciate when someone doesn't just dive right in front of me, because all that salt and sand ends up on the vehicle. So sometimes people are in a hurry, they get into the passing lane, they only get, you know, 1 or 2 car lengths in front of you and then pull back in. And if the roads are wet, especially in the winter months when we have all the salt and sand, that all gets kicked up on your vehicle. So I appreciate it when it goes a ways and then merges into the line, as long as there isn't a whole bunch of traffic. So that's pretty good. So what else is new? One of the things I've wanted to pick up is either a boom lift or a spider lift, something like that. Is something that I wanted to pick up, because I have so much work to do, and even right now I'm sort of dreading digging out all my scaffolding to put it up to start taking apart the south wall of the 34 by 50 building that is still standing. But the wall was heavily damaged, and so the floor of the second floor is just lifted up in that building. So as I mentioned in a previous video, they're going to get the scaffolding up and start taking down the layers that I've got up against the original wall that's there. So there's an original 2x6 wall there, and so on the outside of that 2x6 wall, there's insulation in between the studs, but I also have the insulation on the outside of the studs, and then I have 2 layers of 2x3s, and then I have plywood on the outside of that. So all of that extra support that's there, I think, is helping to hold that building from falling back, the second floor from settling down the way it should onto the headers, where the joists should be sitting right on the headers. So one thing that would be wonderful if I had a boom lift or an aerial lift or a scissors lift for that matter, so that I could get up and down easily without moving, without assembling the scaffolding, moving the scaffolding bit by bit back and forth. And so yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, I saw that someone was selling a JLG boom lift that has a height lift capacity of 45 feet. And so that's one of the things that I want to do, is pick up something like that. So I made a call, I sent an email first, and of course it's someone else. I'm sorry, I did a messenger thing on Facebook to the person, and the person contacted me back and said, geez, I'm just listing this for a friend, and so he gave me the friend's name and number. So I left a message for that person last night, and then I called this morning. He texted me back, he said, today's not a good day, call me this afternoon, call this afternoon. So I'll do that. Let's see. So I'm hoping to get a boom lift or a scissors lift. I want one that's in good condition, something I haven't got to work on and I can use. There's so many jobs to do around here. So that'd be good. Today I'm really waiting for I'm hoping that the winds are pretty steady today and it warms up. I'd like the sun to come out, but fat chance of the sun coming out. Maybe we'll get some peaks this afternoon. But that's important for...
In 1 mile, take exit 12 on the right toward Cicero.
So that's... the winds and warm air can help to dry out all that rain and mud that resulted from all the rain yesterday and the truck getting stuck. So that I can smooth that all out and then start moving the stone, and then schedule some more loads of stone so we can get more work done there. But I don't really want to use the equipment until things dry up a bit. All I do is make more messes. There's something else I was going to tell you too. Oh, I think I mentioned that I got another truss quote from, I think the folks are Amish and they have their own truss company. I think. I'm not positive. That's
now
what my
take exit 12 on the right.
That's one of the things my brother indicated. He thought that they were Amish. And
in 500 feet, turn left onto State Route 31.
And so I had...
now turn left onto State Route 31.
Come on, get over. So I just intervened there. It should go. Failed to get into left lane. So I just recorded failed to get into left lane, and I'm just going to go kick it back into full self-driving now. It's back in. So that was an intervention. Usually it gets right in the appropriate lane, but it didn't do it that time. And it's doing all the lane changes on its own. So, like I said, it is supervised, so I had to intervene there. Now, that wouldn't have been a critical event, but the vehicle needed to be in the left lane to turn there. Now, it may have decided to take a different route to get to the place we're getting to, but I know that this is the shortest route. So, okay, so I got the
In
truss.
1,000 feet, turn right onto Morgan Road.
I got the truss quote just the other day, and I sent it to my brother. My brother realized that there was a difference between this and the other truss quotes that we had.
Now turn right onto Morgan Road.
And so I sent an email this morning to them to so here we got right on red, so it's gonna go. So it does hesitate here. Okay. So we got a straight there. I know you can't see. Okay, so now it's going. I would have been a little bit more aggressive and taken off before the two cars that it waited for there. But it did it very safely and smoothly, so that's good. So I did generate an email. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. Generated an email to the E&K Trust Company this morning, letting them know that, geez, there is a difference between this. And I did some screenshots of the comparable trusses. So there's the building that we're building, rebuilding here, has a central truss, which is referred to as a common truss, that's 34 feet wide. And on either side of that truss are two additional trusses that are basically 18 feet wide, and that includes a 2-foot overhang. So there's two. It's almost like having three buildings in a sense, but they're all hooked together. The center of the building, the 34-foot wide area, there is 16 feet tall, and the sides are 10 feet tall. So that's that. The other thing I did do is now I'm not a Facebook person. I really don't care for the program at all. Now, why it does this each time, it gets over into the right lane. There's no one wanting to get by us. But it did this yesterday when I came down this way. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of weird. Did it smoothly. No issues with it. So it'll learn as time goes on. So, and I forgot what I was just saying there. Huh. I don't remember. I'm getting older. My memory isn't as sharp as it once was, unfortunately. Hearing isn't as good either. Oh, Facebook. So I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I don't like social media. I've got lots of issues with social media. You know, I do make the YouTube videos, but I really don't care for Facebook at all. But so one of the things I did do is I posted, I'm on the lookout for information on Amish builders that would potentially be in this area, to work in this area. From all the information I've had from all the different people that I've spoken with, the Amish people, you know, they still have a good work ethic, you know, integrity, conscientious, you know, get to work on time, get the job done, all of those sorts of things without being prodded along the way or giving extra instructions throughout the whole process. And that's what I'm looking for with this, where is to get someone like the Amish folks and all. So I posted you know, just, I guess you call it a posting, I'm not sure what you call it, just saying, geez, I'm on the lookout for some good, hardworking, conscientious Amish people that would work in Oswego County. And so hopefully I'll get some response from that. Thea does more with social media. She has friends on social media. I don't. So maybe it's possible that she will have, yeah, because I asked her to post it as well. But, you know, I've been asking everybody I know if they know any Amish people, even in different communities, different different parts of New York State, they may know of someone else that would that travels to Oswego County to do work. So, you know, I hate to say this, but the young people that I've had experiences with, whether it's in medicine, you know, in the businesses I've been in, it's hard to find, you know, okay, good decision here. It's kind of stopped pretty quickly here for this, but it did it smoothly. But you know, I gotta say that young people just don't have the work ethic and that, in general, this is an overly general statement. There are definitely people that are go-getters, that are conscientious, going to show up early, do their very best, always give 100%. There are those people, but there were more of them when I was younger. At least that's my biased opinion at this point. So yeah, what can I say? You know, I want this rebuilt the way that I want it rebuilt, and I just don't want it like a standard stick frame building with, you know, using just strictly a nail gun. I want screws holding the top plate attached to all of the trusses. You know, I'm really into the structural integrity of the building, so that I never have to worry about this ever happening again, a building coming down. Because even though you may have invested significantly into the insurance, you're never going to recoup what you've got invested in the building, or the things within the building as well. So that's our situation here. And I think that's about it. So, not sure if you like this sort of thing. I know before I'd set up a couple different cameras for the ride along and all, but I know it can get just real boring seeing the videos with the time lapse, and you know, I don't spend the time editing the videos like I did at one time. Not that I was ever good at it, but I just don't do that. So anyways, so we're getting pretty close to the place where I'm going to pick up the pallets. I don't know that I've got much more to say, so I think what I'll do is just say, well, it was nice talking to you.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Morgan Place.
Okay, I guess we're going to turn left up here. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I think this will be the end of the video since it's pretty long, and we'll get back to
now turn left onto Morgan Place.
We'll get back to some more work on the construction, or the gravel, or the stone work that has to be done. All of those things when I get a chance to. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.